Hi, everyone. Teresa Aker here from Success Diaries with Teresa Aker. I'm excited today to bring you Terri Jay. She's an intuitive, and I can't wait till we have some fun today. Hi, Terri. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so glad to be here. It's really exciting. I love sharing this stuff.
I love this stuff too. I can't help it.
Good.
You know what? I think everybody has a little something, and we all have ideas and we have feelings and emotions, and we can feel things. So it's fun to be able to talk to someone who's a little bit more of an expert. So, how did this all get started, Terri? How did you become an intuitive, or how did you learn that you were an intuitive?
I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Back in 1990, I was doing a horseback therapy program with disabled kids, and I heard a nonverbal child speak to me. So once I had it confirmed, then the suggestion was made to learn to communicate with the horses because all animals are telepathic. So I was like an idiot. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. And so one thing's led to another, and I'd start doing readings on animals and then go, did you have a grandfather that passed? And oh, yeah. And tears would start. And I'd say, do you want me to talk to him for you? And I'd relay what I was getting from the grandfather. And so then I started mediumship, and it just evolved into this big ball of wax that now the only things that I won't do are predictions and police work. Police
Okay.
work is so negative. I can't get into that. It actually makes me physically ill. And many people don't realize this, but predictions are totally unethical due to the law of attraction. So if somebody says, tell me what you're getting, the reading's over. We're done. We're not going to do it.
Okay, and that would make sense to me because I asked a lady once, is it a self-fulfilling prophecy? So although I had a reading a long time ago, we were doing it for fun,
Sure.
and I understand it's entertainment purposes, and I understand that. But you're right, Terri, there is an ethical side where someone says something, and now you're not sure if that was your path, or are you doing it because someone put that thought into your mind, now you're
That's
going that way, and it may not be a good way to go. So
right.
I do understand that, Terri. Thank you for saying that.
Think about this. If I get something and I go, oh, when you're in traffic, watch out for white vans. You will be so focused on not hitting a white van, you will cause an accident with a white van.
Isn't
Seriously.
that something?
And if somebody's working really hard on something, and I tell them, oh, yes, I see that come into fruition, then they're going to go, Terri said it was going to happen, so I can quit working so hard. And then it doesn't happen, and then I'm the shit.
Yeah, you're a delight. Okay, let's have some fun here. So when I say fun, I take it seriously. I do. But when I say that, the lighter side of life, okay, Terri?
Sure.
Because I do think what you do has a wonderful purpose in life, and I do appreciate so much that you came on today.
I'm honored. And people just don't realize that everybody has these abilities. And I want to take the woo woo out of it. That's why I'm really working hard to get my own television show because I want to show people this isn't woo, it's freaking physics. Everything in the universe is energy, frequency, and vibration.
Okay.
And we all have the ability to pick up on energies, frequencies, and vibrations. We all have those abilities. There's not one person that you go, have you ever thought about somebody and all of a sudden the phone rings and it's them? And everybody's done that. So who sent who the message? Right? No cell phones. Just somebody sent somebody the message like, oh, I haven't talked to you in so long. And then boom, the phone rings. So we're all doing it, but this takes it to the nth degree. And the only difference between me and somebody who's starting out is that I've been doing it every freaking day for 35 years. Every day I'm doing readings. I don't take off time for holidays or weekends or vacations or anything. I just keep working.
Terri, that's very good. So I agree with you. I do agree with you. And I am serious about this. I do believe people have abilities because we're not on this earth just for nothing. And we didn't talk the way we are now when we first became human beings. That is a fact. We know that. We had to talk in different ways, right?
Sure.
We had to communicate differently, physically, mentally, emotionally. So all of those things were energy, and that's a fact. So that I agree with you 100%. So from there, as you move forward, and you're serious about this, you've helped people and you helped animals and you get readings or you get words that come through. Tell me, what is it that you actually get? When I say that, and I mean that with I want to say respectfully the right words, because do you get a feeling? Do you get emotion? Do you hear words? What is it
It's
that
all
you're
of it.
translating?
It's all of it. So you get taste,
Okay.
smells, sounds, feelings. The feelings can either be emotion or pain. I do a lot of readings on horses, serious competition horses. And the owners or riders they're sometimes clueless about where the horse has pain. And they think that what they're doing takes care of it, and it's missing it by yards. The other thing too, I help people with decisions on euthanasia because they have an animal and they think it's just old and they don't realize how much pain the animal's in.
Oh,
And there's
okay.
things that they can do to extend that animal's life with quality, not quantity, not just quantity. So those are the kinds of things I help with. But a lot of times physicians call me, veterinarians call me because they're stumped. With their background, their education, their experiences, they're still stumped. And I'm so grateful to my guidance, whatever you want to call it, because I'll get it. And it just gives me goosebumps. And what's really weird is, about the third chakra, that's power, ego, and control is right there. And you have to have no ego to do this work. So it's so bizarre because I'll actually, if I'm on it, I get really sick to my stomach because it's, yes, you got it, you're on it. So when I tell people this is so positive and so on, I'm ready to hurl, they go, is that good? But it is, it really is.
That's very interesting. Okay, Terri, so you talked about horses. I have a cat. Do you have to have her with me to?
No, I just need her name and age and how long have you had her?
Her name's Jewel,
Okay,
and she's just about 4 years old.
okay. She's a reincarnation.
Of
Yeah.
what?
Any other animal you had in any other lifetime.
She's a reincarnation?
Uh-huh. She says she's been with you many times.
You're kidding me.
No,
I
that's
have
what
I have goosebumps,
I
Terri.
know, because that means you're on it.
Is it a reincarnation of a person or another animal?
Feels like an animal.
Oh, an animal. Okay.
So, any animal you had either in another lifetime or this lifetime, your childhood, your adulthood, but she says she's been with you before. She's very arrogant about it, very smug about it. Like, of course, I've been with her before. And I'm being anthropomorphic, but she's just very, I want to say, secure in her position.
Oh, she is spoiled. She doesn't know she's a cat, Terri.
No, she does some cat things, but mostly she just thinks she's a human or a dog, one or the other.
She does. She absolutely does. Oh, totally my fault. She absolutely is my
It's not a fault. It's just perfect. It's how they're supposed to be treated.
Thank you for that, Jewel. She's sitting up in the window. We'll have a little discussion later.
She says you need more bird feeders.
Pardon me?
You need more bird feeders outside.
Oh, we'll
She
definitely do that.
She loves to sit in the window and chatter, and she says
She does.
She loves to do that. And so if you have bird feeders, it attracts more birds, and then she gets to chatter more, which is one of her favorite things.
Oh, I love that. Oh, you made me so happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you one more thing.
Animals are so easy. I love doing animals.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm going to give you a little harder one. You may or may not know. You may or may not know, but I lost my husband 4 years ago.
Sorry.
And Terri, I have behind me a cardinal. See on my picture here?
Okay.
Because it always reminds me of my husband because he was the best thing that ever, honestly, in my whole life. He was just.
Hey, you guys have been together in previous lives too, and he says he's waiting for next time. He's going to wait for you. You've talked about that or something? He's going to wait for you.
Oh my gosh, I lie not. This is really, Terri, I have to say this to you. This is true. I've never met you before.
Oh,
We've never spoken before this. I
He's right
swear to
behind
you, I
He's
have
right
on my
behind
board.
you.
I'm sorry?
He's right behind you, and he's really good looking. Oh my goodness, he's a hunk. He looks like he's 20. He looks like he's 20.
Oh my gosh, listen to me. I have to tell you this. So Terri, when he passed away, I was devastated.
Sure.
And I mean that. Like he was
yeah.
the husband of all husbands, the best one. And when he passed away, I dreamt a lot. Okay. And
No, those are visitations. Those are visitations. He was actually coming and visiting you.
No, you don't want to, when you're going through grief, you don't want to think, am I losing it? But what I did was I wrote down everything, okay, in my dream. And I lie not, one of the sentences he says was, I'm ready for you. I'm waiting until you're ready. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
And you just said that.
I just said that. Yeah.
that. That's what happened. It
No,
was in my
he
dream.
was so clear. He was so clear. What's with his lips? He has the best lips.
I
They're
know,
so
right?
kissable. I
He
mean,
was
really, he's just got really kissable lips.
he was the handsomest guy in the
Oh,
world.
yeah, he still is. He looks better now. He looks like he's 20.
You can see him?
Yeah, and he's doing this because I think he was more buff when he was younger.
He was.
Yeah, really good looking.
He is.
There's a picture of him shirtless too that you look at. He doesn't have a shirt on, and you look at that picture of him.
It's true because was a water skier.
Oh,
He
yeah.
loved the cottage, loved the sun, loved all of that. He was always shirtless, always
Yeah.
had a tan,
But you
always.
got one picture of him, he's tan and he just, oh God, he's just a hunk.
He is.
Yeah.
And I know the picture because he used to. What I did when we dated, I wasn't with him when in that had that picture done, but
Right.
I had it blown up for him because he loved that picture, and I
Yeah.
framed it, and he was so grateful that I did that because it always reminded him of his youth and how
Sure.
he was strong, and he was a good-looking man anyway until
Oh,
he
yeah.
passed away. But he truly, we loved each other very much. I don't need to go into that, but he was quite a wonderful man. So thank you
What,
for that. Thank
what's
you
with
for that.
pretzels?
Pardon?
He's saying,
Pretzels?
yeah, what's with pretzels?
I don't know. He loved potato chips and junk food.
Oh, he did. Okay.
He
He
did.
just brought up pretzels.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's a weird thing to bring up, and I would rather share it and be wrong than not share it and have it
Oh,
be
yeah.
something.
Thank you.
So if either you were looking at them or buying them or in the cupboard, they were a bag of them or something. It's really funny how we go, oh no, Terri was wrong. And then we open a cupboard and go, there's the pretzel. You know what I mean? Stuff like that happens all the time.
Wouldn't that be wild if they were there in the cover?
Yeah.
But okay, so thank you for that. And
Well, I love talking to people that are non-physical, and I call them non-physical energy beings.
so I'm going
And
to bring you up a hard one, Terri.
okay,
And I didn't tell you this before the show either.
that's okay.
And everyone needs to know this. That's why I had Terri on because so everyone knows this part because I've talked about it on my shows. So I had a traumatic year last year, not this last Christmas, the Christmas before. I lost my oldest daughter.
Oh, I'm so
And
sorry.
this is my this one
What's her name?
hurts my heart more than anything. So
What's her name?
her name was Crystal.
And what happened?
She had trouble with her esophagus in it. So I
That's
don't want to
from,
get emotional.
that's from not speaking her truth.
Yes.
That's from not speaking her truth. That's what causes neck problems, carotid, thyroid, parathyroid. All that is from not speaking your truth. It doesn't mean you're a liar. It's because you might be lying to yourself. Do you know what I mean? But it means you don't speak up for yourself. That's what causes those kinds of problems in the throat.
Okay. So my question to you, without getting emotional, is so are you able to hear anything? And if you can't, it's okay. Are
I
you
get
able to?
music with her very strongly.
You have what?
Music. I get music with her very strongly.
Yeah, she likes
Very
music.
strong music. Did she play an instrument or something?
No,
But
no,
did she
but love music.
love me listen to music and different kinds too? She
Yeah.
wasn't stuck in one genre.
Yes,
She
that's
loved
true.
music because I hear her singing and dancing now.
Oh,
And she
that's
looks
great.
great. She looks fabulous. She's so gorgeous. She had the
So
most sparkly eyes.
she
Her
always had
eyes are
beautiful
just
eyes.
so sparkly.
She had
Yeah,
beautiful eyes.
yeah. But
That's
she's
the
fine.
truth.
She's absolutely fine.
So
She's
now what do you see, Terri?
really
Honestly, so
funny.
now you've been very kind and we won't do any more. But
No, we can do more. I want to tell you more what I'm getting from her.
oh, thank you. Okay, I didn't want to.
Like your number one positive critic, if that makes sense. She's always around you and you go to try to make a decision and she's going, that one, Mom, what's the matter with you? That one, that one. She's always, anytime you're trying to make a decision, she's right there in your business trying to tell you what to do. She's so adorable. Just adorable.
Thank you. She was adorable.
It's
She's
such
a
a
wonderful.
treasure, but she's very, she just likes to help you with decisions. And people from the other side can't help us. They can't because they can't pick up anything negative in the earthly realm. They don't even remember how they passed. But she's just freaking adorable about every decisions. And it's really funny because sometimes you hear her and it's almost like she gives herself a thumbs up. Yeah, you heard me. Whether it's what you're going to cook, what you're going to wear, what shoes, she's right there in every decision-making process. And sometimes you hear her without realizing it and you just do what she would have done.
her and I were very close.
Yeah.
And she was, yeah, I miss her terribly. And
No,
I
she's around you all
sometimes
the
I
time.
smell her clothes, Terry.
Yeah, I know. The other thing too, you'll hear her if when you ask her a question, and remember, it can't be about like earthly matters or anything negative. You can't say, because if you say, I miss you, she can't hear you. If you say, I love you, she says, oh, I love you too. The second you're starting to think it or say it, but they can't hear the misses. I miss you, that's a negative, but they always hear the I love yous. And so they just say them immediately right back.
So
Okay.
she hears me every night when I say I love them,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yes. I love you too. Before you even finish. That's why people miss this, is because when we're doing communication with somebody on the other side, it's all telepathic. And so it's over the top. You don't have to finish your thought or your question. They've already answered you. And that's why we miss it. Has anybody seen the telepathy tapes? Because they really talk about that a lot, because so many autistic people are incredibly telepathic. And it's finally coming up and being more accepted that this is a real thing. So when we're communicating and being mediums, we can all be our own mediums. That's how it happens. It's really fast. And that's why if we try to do a whole sentence and wait, we missed it.
Terry, when I talked to you about all of this, so you said earlier everybody has that ability
Yeah,
to
we do.
feel, and I certainly did have at times. Now, my big one was I can smell sometimes my husband's cologne. That sounds
Yeah.
weird, but
Oh, you can smell him.
and my daughter too. I do, but then I
Sure.
go and smell her clothes every now and then. So,
Well,
you
that's
know,
okay
it
too.
is what it is.
Yeah.
So, as a mom, you do those things, right? But what's interesting to me is that you're on the show, you're on here. What I don't know is, do you become, because we're on the computer and it's technology, but you can tell things, and I understand where you're coming from. What is it for you? Is it someone's energy? Is it something around the person? What is it? Like, how do you know that it's my husband? And I'm just generally, how
Well,
do you
that's a really
know
good
it's around my
question.
world?
Teresa, that's a really good question, because the strongest energy in the universe is love.
Okay.
Okay. And we have to think about source energy, God. Those are my words for God.
Sure.
Source energy is love with the intention to create. Okay. And all of us are imbued with that same energy. We are love beings, love energy with the intention to create. We come into physical form to create. That's our purpose. Doesn't matter what we create, we're just here to create. You can't create if you're non-physical. So anyway, what I get when I go to do a reading is, first I have to go through grounding for myself. I've got to be grounded. My crown has to be open, and I
Okay.
have to have roots out my feet, my tailbone, and bring them back up, and I tie it together. But I do that with breath work. I can just go, and I'm grounded that fast because I've been doing this forever.
Yeah.
Then I give you unconditional love. And what I do is a 3-point connection, and you can do it with intention. I don't have to see you to do this, but I connect my heart chakra to your heart chakra, and then I connect my third eye to your heart chakra. It's a freaking point of physics. Anytime you have 3 points, energy can flow.
Oh, I
So
see.
that's how I connect to your energy. And it's all done with love. It's the most powerful energy in the universe. So
I
when
agree.
you start talking about someone that you love, I'm instantly given that 3-point connection to them. And then I can connect to them directly. So it's still physics. It's not bull crap. It's not. It's still physics. Isn't that
Oh,
amazing?
it is absolutely, oh, 100%. And I think that actually takes the mystic out of it because you are clarifying, because I think we all want to believe there's something more to
Oh, yeah.
life than just this. But I think there's that thought that stops you and says, I don't want people to think I'm out there. But
I
there's
don't care.
people, no, but no, you know, and let me qualify that with, I think once you're open and you're intuitive and you're meditating and doing that, I agree, Terry. I think if I did that every single day, I meditated and let the thoughts flow through and my energy, I'm sure I could do the same thing in time. So you've taken it
Good.
seriously. You've used your qualities and your traits. What is that one there?
It's called The Physics of Mediumship.
Wonderful. Did you write that book, Terry?
Yes, I have 3 books on my website that teach people how to do this. It's not
Perfect.
enough for me to do this and provide this service to my clients. And I'm really cheap too. My readings are only 50 and 90 half hour with no limit. And I know people that do just horses and they charge 50 a horse. Oh my goodness. That's just, that's so disgusting to me. I want to help people heal, but I also want to teach people how to do this. And I offer private workshops to teach people this because, and this is the whole reason I wrote this book, The Physics of Mediumship, because I really want to take them out of it. And you go and you watch some of these TV mediums and they go, who over here died of a fentanyl overdose? And who over here died of a car accident? And here's the thing, what they're doing, and I have to back up here, we're a 99% energy being in a 1% physical body. When we lose our physical body, we also lose any and all negativity. So nobody on the other side remembers how they died. So when they start doing a group and asking who died of what, they're in the negative energy garbage that a person has shed off in passing. So if they're getting how a person died, oh, they haven't crossed over, they've got unfinished business or any of this other stuff, I'm sorry, they're dumpster diving. They're in the garbage the person shed off because everybody goes to the other side immediately and everybody's a happy camper. Everybody.
Thank you for clearing that. Now let's go back to your book, Terri, because you said you showed us that book. Is that the latest book that you have?
Yes, this is the last one that I did. Now I'm working on the dog communication book.
Can you, very good. Can you give me the name of the first two books that you have?
Oh, the first two books, the first one I wrote is The Cowgirl Shaman Way, 7 Easy Steps to Develop Your Intuitive Ability.
Okay.
And so if you want to do all the other stuff I do, animal communication, medical intuition, all that other stuff, that's the book to get.
Okay.
And then the middle book I wrote is called Intuitive Communication, Communicating with People That Cannot. So this is for nonverbal autistic people who don't fingerspell, who don't do the spelling stuff, that really have no way to communicate. It's for people in a coma with Alzheimer's, persistent vegetative state, all of those diseases and conditions that prevent us from being able to communicate with them. And that one, oh my God, just the case studies in that book are phenomenal. It was just, oh my God, it's just amazing.
Very good. Now the last book, and I know you held it up before, please hold it up one more time so we have a clear vision of it. No, okay, so right there, perfect. So The Physics Mediumship, Terri Jay. So now we know. And can all those books be bought on Amazon and on?
They're on my website. They're all on my website. You can get them right there.
Okay, on your website. And I'll make sure all of your information is here, Terri.
Okay. It's just my name, terrijay.com.
Perfect.
Easy.
Perfect. That makes it all easy for us. Now let's go back to you because this is about you.
I know, but it was so fun talking to your non-physical loved ones. It was so fun. Oh my God, they came through so clear.
Boy, and quickly.
Oh yeah, there's usually no delay. They're usually waiting. I think they're always waiting.
Is that something? And so now, so when you're, let's bring it back to you. So you've learned a lot about this. You've done this for many years. You're seasoned.
35 years.
35. That's a long time.
Yep.
Do you do classes or courses that people can take with you, or is it just your books?
I have my books on my website, and I also have training packages.
Okay.
And so if somebody signs up for a training package, I instantly send them the ebook. And then I snail mail them the paperback.
Sure.
And when they study and then they call me or determine with me with the email or whatever, okay, I'm ready, let's do it. And so then we set up a time and I work with them individually and then I have them do readings for me. Isn't that fun?
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Now that's interesting. Now, so there's a last question for it. Actually, I have another question for you, but so if somebody reads something and then they go to someone else and they read something entirely different, does that happen a lot? That would
sure.
And that's because different moments of time,
different wavelengths, different connection, how well you're grounded, how you're receiving. A lot of times an ego is like the bane of this work. You have to have no ego, no stake in the outcome, no expectations other than to help heal. And so you can, if you let yourself slip into ego there for a minute, or you make an assumption, it can really mess up your read. And it's why I prefer to work by phone, because then I'm not looking at anything. I'm not looking at somebody's reaction. And I'm not saying, gee, let's talk about your weight problem, because you're getting it. Forgetting that they have a weight problem, or or oh my God, you're old. Let's talk about your age. Oh, no.
Exactly. Exactly.
And even if I go to read horses, people will pay me extra to go read their horses. And I usually stop like 100 feet outside the gate and turn my back to the horse. And they go, aren't you going to go out there? No, I'm going to do the reading here. Then we'll go meet the horse.
Is
Well,
that right?
why? I paid you extra to come out here because I don't want to physically read the horse. I want to energetically read the horse.
That's amazing. It's amazing that
Yeah.
you can do that with animals. And
Uh-huh.
I got what you said, because if an animal's suffering, you want to be able to tell the owner, the animal is suffering and it's not going
Sure.
to change.
And let's do something about it.
Yeah, I can understand that,
Let's
because
just
boy, I wouldn't want my animal to be suffering either.
So the details that I get blow me away. So I get to go to a reading. I'm that excited every single freaking time. Every time I'm that excited because I love it. Yesterday, I did a reading on a foal, a week-old foal that can't suckle. And this is a biggie. It
Okay.
felt like a human tongue-tied baby. Same kind of thing. It felt the
Oh, I
same.
understand that. Yeah.
That's weird. Anyway, I told the gal, I said, left leg came out first because she was there for the birth. And I said, right leg was behind, but the fetlock was stuck under the baby's jaw. And I said, in some way, that fetlock jammed the hyoid bone. Well,
Oh,
the hyoid bone affects the tongue. So they're
oh,
getting a chiropractor out there today to adjust that hyoid bone, and hopefully the foal is going to suckle. Oh my God, that would just be so amazing.
oh, yeah. See,
That's
you've
the kind of
already.
nitpicky detail. And then I just did another one. And I said, God, your horse moves like a Dutch harness horse. She goes, Terri, it is a Dutch harness horse.
I'll do it.
Okay, okay. Just guessing. All
Is
the
it?
warm blood breeds you can guess. And I said, it moved
Oh,
like a Dutch harness horse. Yeah, it is. So it's really fun to do this.
wow, this is incredible. I
Yeah,
feel like I've known you for 1,000 years. You're just so friendly and so intuitive, and
this is how I am. And I got a potty mouth, and I don't apologize for that. I'm a cowgirl. Come on.
I like. Where are you from, Terri? Can we ask you
Uh,
that?
I'm originally from Ohio. I lived there until I was in my early 20s, and this is where I live now. I'm in Carson Valley, which is just one valley east of Lake Tahoe. Over those gorgeous snow-covered mountains is Lake Tahoe. And I just love living here. It's called the Carson Valley. So the towns are Genoa, Minden, and Gardnerville. That's what's in this valley. We're just south of Carson City, which is the capital of Nevada.
Right.
And we're about 50 miles from south of Reno. So
Oh,
it's just
very nice.
it's just so gorgeous to live here. Oh my goodness.
I'm talking to you from Canada, so it's nice
Oh,
to be able to. Technology is wonderful,
it
and
is.
absolutely, and the connections are amazing. And I've had some wonderfully beautiful people all around the world, including you now, Terri. It's
Oh,
nice to meet
thank
you.
you. Thank you. I'm just honored. I mean, we'll have to do a longer reading for your husband and your daughter. We'll have to do that. I would be honored to do that for you.
Oh, that's very kind.
Oh, thanks. And I'm trying to get a TV show, and I joke that it should be called I Can't Make This Stuff Up, but I would use the other S word. You know,
You hit it on the nail with me, though. Honestly, you did. I think that's incredible. So there you go. You did it. And I wanted everyone to know we'd never met before. Honestly, before this, we never discussed anything.
no,
And that was really you, Terri. Really
oh,
kind of you.
it's an honor, and I love to do it. It's so much freaking fun. I mean, to get off the phone and I'm just all amped up and jazzed up, and I have to be careful I don't work too late at night because I do my readings from 9 a.m. to noon. And then I take a break during the day to go do errands or ride my
Sure,
horse or whatever.
sure.
And then I start back in at 4. And if I go too late, because somebody, oh, I got an emergency. And if I'm doing readings to 8 o'clock, then I'm like, I
Yeah,
can't go to sleep.
yeah.
I'm just amped up. I'm just wired.
Can I ask the logical side,
Yes.
and you can answer or not, but the very thing that you're reading other people and you're hearing other spirits and so forth, when you go to, how do you shut down? How does one block that out?
It's a chore. And I don't mean that in a negative way
No,
because I'm
okay.
just so fascinated by all this and I'm so interested in all of it. And I just go over it going, wow, we got that. Oh, we got that. Oh, that was another thing that, oh, this was so amazing. So I do get jazzed up, and
Yeah.
I'll play games on my phone or
Okay.
watch HGTV or something.
Distracting yourself, right?
Yeah,
Now,
just
do you
wait.
get read do you get people for yourself? That's you must, right? If you can hear from if you have thoughts that help other people, you must have spirits that help you too.
I would
Like,
call them guides. I call them guides because it's a manifestation of the energetic connection to source through personalities that appeal to you. So, as an example, if I'm trying to figure out what to wear, I have this gay guy that just pops in and goes, this, and you look fabulous. And I love him to pieces. I showed horses with a gay couple when I was growing up, and we just, oh my goodness, it was such a wonderful experience to be exposed to that in such a positive way. Do you know what I mean?
yes.
And if I'm going to go cook something new in the kitchen, then I hear this lady from Minnesota, and she says, "Oh, yeah, you betcha." And I hear that voice when I'm trying to do stuff in the kitchen, and she's making me buy all these gadgets now. So when I go to thrift stores, I hear her go, "Oh, you need that. Get that. You need that." And I go, "What
Oh,
is it?" "Oh, that's a cookie scoop. Get the cookie scoop. It makes cookies really." Oh my God.
that's incredible.
I'm
That is
never alone.
incredible.
I'm never alone. And then my mom has passed, and we have coffee together every morning, 8 o'clock, because that's when I would call her because she's in Vegas, which is like an 8 hour drive from where I
Sure.
live. So we have coffee every morning, and she goes, "What are we doing?" And I go, "Do you have a mouse in your pocket?" Because that's every morning. "What are we doing today?"
That's wonderful. So you do have people around you.
Gosh, yeah, all the time. The hard part for me is being in public because when I'm in public, and like I said, I don't have a good off button, and I'll get my guides will point stuff out to me and I'll go, "Okay, what am I going to do with that information?" They'll go, "Oh, look at that guy's liver." And I go,
Oh no.
and look at that guy. "Oh, a pedophile. Wonderful. I need
Oh,
to." I get pointed this stuff out to me
yeah,
all the
yeah.
time. And I don't need that information. But the fun thing is, like one time when I was watching HGTV, and there's a guy on there, and they're doing a Kraft macaroni and cheese commercial. So it's blue boxes, right? And I'm looking, and they're going, "Look, I call it the golden finger. The golden finger is touching, pointing at the TV, going, look." And I was, "Okay, blue boxes, Kraft macaroni and cheese." And I go, "Right." Next day, I'm doing a reading, and I'm talking to this non-physical guy. I hate to call them dead guys, but it was a dead guy for this gal who lost her boyfriend. And I said, makes no sense. I said, "But he's dancing around the kitchen, and he's got a blue box of Kraft macaroni and cheese in both hands." She goes, and she bursts into tears. She goes, "Oh my God, that's all he fixed me." So that's the only thing he cooked for her. Isn't
Oh,
that
is
bizarre?
that right?
Yeah. So when they point something out for me, I do pay attention. It's like the hyoid bone in that foal. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Not a month ago, there was an article that somebody had posted on Facebook, and my guides went, "Read that right now." It was you better read that. Do you
Wow.
know how many times I've used it since?
Is that right? Oh
And
my
then
goodness.
I feel it and I go, "Oh, horse with his head like this, back end not working." Because we don't realize the hyoid bone actually connects to the hind end. And
Isn't
I
that?
tell the people, and they correct it with chiropractic, and they're fine.
Then they're fine.
Yeah, but why would I go study the hyoid bone? I mean,
I know, ever.
why would I even know it's there? You know what I mean? I am
That's
not.
incredible.
Yeah. And what I love is finding the emotional cause of disease,
Oh,
because disease is issues in the tissues. We got to remember we're 99% energy and only 1% physical, right? So stuck
absolutely.
negative emotions are what cause disease.
That's what I'm understanding.
Does any physician ever ask that? No. And then one of the things I get all the time are people that have horrific hormonal imbalances because they've had head trauma. Do you ever go to a physician and they go, "Have you had head trauma?" Nobody ever asks you
Nobody
that.
ever asked that.
But you're in the ER. Did you hit your head? But there's a direct correlation between head trauma and hormones.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Does
That's
anybody ever ask
fascinating.
that? No. I've
No.
never been to a physician where they've said, "Your hormones are way whacked out. Let's see if we can get them balanced." Not
Oh,
one, not
no, I
one has
haven't
said,
heard
"Have you had head trauma?" Direct correlation. I talked to a 16-year-old boy, and I said, "You wrecked your dirt bike and you weren't wearing a helmet and you were knocked out." And he went, "Yes." I said, "About 6 weeks ago." Yes. I said, you have head trauma hormone syndrome. I said, you act like you have PMS. That's what my girlfriend said. I said, okay, here's what you do. I told them what to do.
Isn't that fascinating,
I know
Terri?
the medical intuitive part of this, I love medical and veterinary intuition. Oh, I love that part.
Oh,
It's,
absolutely. You're pretty good. Next time we'll have to get you to talk to me about health and so forth. Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
Email me for the energy healing instructions. You can get started on it yourself.
I'm gonna follow up with you. I have another question for you, Terri.
Okay.
Will you come back and do another episode with me?
Absolutely. I love this. Are you kidding me? It's so fun.
So what I'm thinking is down the road, not right away, but down the road, we'll do another episode and kind of talk to you. Perhaps you can be a little bit of a regular on here.
I would love that. I would love that. I just love helping people.
I know
And
you do.
and it's so exciting and fun to do this work all the time. That's why I work 7 days a week and holidays because I love it.
You have a huge heart, a big personality, and you should have your own TV show.
I should. I'm working on it. I've got one producer interested. Fingers crossed.
I heard you say that and at the beginning of the show, and I thought she is going to be terrific. I'm pulling for you, Terri, and I just know how warm and how trusting you are. And we had talked about ethics before, and you're so honest and so caring about people, and you have a personality plus. You should be on television. In my opinion, you will be a great.
These messages need to get out there, not just a read that somebody says, oh, yeah, that you read the right information or you gave me the right information that I could do something about this situation and fix it. But I want to show people I've coached that are now doing this and show them doing readings. And all I've done is give them my books and coach them, and they're doing it. Oh my God, it's incredible.
Wonderful. I'm thrilled that you'll come back. I am very grateful you came on today. I'm grateful I met you, Terri. And absolutely, everyone, this is Terri. Go out there and get her book. Go online, go to her webpage. I'll have it all ready for you. And we're going to be looking for you for that television show you're going to do, Terri.
I'm working on it.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Thank you again, my friend.
Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Honestly, it was truly my pleasure. So to everyone, this is Terri Jay. You want to make sure you check out her social media, her books, everything. She's an intuitive and she's going to help you. For everything else, this is Teresa Aker from Success Diaries with Teresa Aker. I hope you're all having a great day. Do subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate that. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye now.